guys, it's Ray. Welcome to another video. Today I have a huge build for you guys, and this is basically the reason why I haven't been posting as often as I would have liked to, because I spent a long time working on this, but I'm super happy with the way it turned out. So I'm really glad I took the time that I needed to kind of perfect this and make it look the way I wanted to. So basically this is just a huge palace, and I call it Gladiator Palace because I feel like it sort of has that like kind of Roman architecture vibe with a lot of the columns and just like the way it looks. I went to Rome when I was in 8th grade, I think, so it was a while ago, but I just remember being wowed by the architecture and I just loved it so much, and I really wanted to try to kind of emulate that. And I was able to do so with a lot of the jungle adventure objects and a lot of the get-together objects, because a lot of those are European kind of inspired, so I was able to use a lot of those and they worked out really well, and I was able to use some ruins as well, so I kind of just was able to get that whole kind of like vibe in this build. And I didn't really know what I was going to start out with. When I started this, I knew I wanted to do this sort of circular Colosseum-like structure that I'm doing now, but once I went from there, I had no idea what I was going to do, so a lot of kind of like experimenting. I sort of like do a few things and I'll look and see how it looks. If I don't like it, then I'll undo it. So you will see some like weird things happening where I'm like undoing and redoing, and like that's pretty much normal for me. But I was very indecisive with this build, and that's also one of the reasons why it took me so long to make it. But anyways, another reason why it took me forever to make it is because I actually ended up furnishing like basically the entire thing, and for me, that's incredible. Like, I can barely furnish like a 4-bedroom house. Like, let's be real. I don't even furnish like most of the houses that I build. But I was really feeling it because I wanted to put in all the time and effort I could in this, because I worked so hard on the exterior. So I was going to try super hard on the interior as well. There are like 24 bedrooms and 22 bathrooms, something like that. Like a bunch of them, like so many rooms that like you wouldn't even need that many rooms. That's what I was kind of going for, because I was like, this is a palace, like this is the most extravagant thing ever. No sim ever needs to live here. Like, honestly, I should have turned this into a community lot now that I think about it, because that would have made way more sense, but I honestly wouldn't even know what to fill with all the space. So I just did a bunch of bedrooms, and I was able to kind of basically like build a bedroom in one spot, and then I was kind of able to copy it into other places. So you'll see me do that, and that makes it a lot easier and a lot faster. I also do that with a lot of the bathrooms. Basically every bedroom and every bathroom has like the same type of furniture in it, just kind of placed in like different areas, so it kind of makes it a lot easier to do them all. But it still took a lot of time because I had to make a bunch of different bedrooms fit into a bunch of different spaces, and there just ended up being a ton. You honestly would never need that many bathrooms for your Sims ever. So yeah, if you were to download this and play with it, I mean, you could always turn it into a community lot, or you could always turn them into skill building rooms. I didn't really include that many skill building rooms. Like, I don't have any gyms or anything, or like any like entertainment rooms really. And I don't have any just like computer rooms, because I wanted to kind of keep this in like the whole Gladiator vibe, I guess. So I didn't really include any like modern day technology other than like, you know, all the things in the kitchen. I didn't have any TVs or any computers or anything like that. So a lot of the living areas will just be centered around a fireplace, and like a lot of desks will just have like books on them. So there's no like modern technology, but I'm sure if you added all that and like gym equipment and stuff, you would be able to fill the space a lot better than just a million bedrooms with the same type of objects in it like I did. And when I was about maybe halfway through building the exterior here, the announcement for the Snowy Escape expansion pack came out, and I got so excited. And this whole time I was building this, I was like, darn, if only I could have used the split leveling tools on this, I think it would have made it a lot easier. So like, maybe this might even be one of my last few builds before we were able to use our new tool to do a split leveling indoors, and I'm so excited for that. But for now, I'm just gonna have to keep doing what I'm doing here. You'll see it ends up being a little awkward because, you know, you can't have more than 4 levels. So to make that the building look like it is more than 4 levels, I have to add a whole different building behind it and raise it up on a super, super high foundation. So it does look super awkward from the back, but I do try to use a lot of the rocks, the debug rocks that come with Get Together. They look kind of like ruins, and I use that kind of for decoration and to cover it up a little bit, because too much foundation super high looks a little awkward, and there's no getting around it except by covering it up with certain objects. So I tried my best, but it didn't work out as well as I would have liked it to, but it worked out, I think, well enough given the circumstances, because, you can't have everything be perfect in this game, and, that's just kind of the way it is. You got to work around things, and that's something I like about this game. Like, you don't have unlimited options, and that's okay, because like in real life with building, you don't have unlimited options either. So you just kind of got to work with what you have, and I think that's a lot of fun because it's a challenge. So you just kind of have to take what you're given and work with it. And that's also like one of the reasons why I don't usually like using CC or anything like that, because it's fun kind of just to try to build what you can within the parameters of the game. Because of course you could have a lot of CC and like whatever you wanted to, but for me personally, I think the fun of building is trying to make things look the way you want them to without having all the possible options for having those things, if you get what I'm saying. Like, it's kind of fun to have a little challenge, and definitely I use mods. Like, as you can see, I'm using Tool right now. I definitely would recommend those if you are super into building, but for me, those are just more to get the objects that I already have to look a certain way that I would like them to, and not as much creating new objects. But like, there are some builders like Sadie Sim and Fanta Sims, and they just turn like one or a million normal objects and create something completely different out of it. And it's amazing because they don't need CC, and even though those objects aren't functional, they look like they would be, like they're real objects. And I just think that's incredible, and I think that really just shows the talent that so many builders have out there, and I think it's really inspiring, and I just really love how people can do that. And I mean, I kind of want to make that something like that. Like, I'm not as advanced with making all of those super specific objects that you would need CC for, but you don't. I don't know how they're that technical. I could never do that, but I do just kind of like making something look like you wouldn't originally expect it to look like an archway. You can size it up and you can place it in a new way, in a way that you wouldn't normally expect. And I just think that is a lot of fun and super inspiring to see other people do, because it really gives me a lot of ideas, and it just gives me like the confidence to kind of explore like what I can do within the parameters of the game that I wouldn't normally be able to do. So I really hope you guys enjoy watching this. It's kind of a long one just because it took me a while to do the exterior, and I'll show myself doing a lot of the interior, not all of it, but I think most of like the communal areas and some of the bedrooms. Also, I'm super excited for the basement to show you that, because I do like this super cool like technique where I sort of had this, I wanted to have windows in the basement, but that's impossible because it's underground. So what I do is I put windows from the basement room into another room, and I just put a bunch of plants in that room and like a bunch of lights. So it sort of looks like you're looking outside, or at least onto a courtyard, but really you're just in the basement. And I thought that was a kind of a creative way to make the basement rooms look like they are outside, even if they are not. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this, and hopefully I'll see you guys sometime soon. Try to get a video out not too far from now, and I'm super, super excited. Really looking forward to the Snowy Escape expansion pack, so hopefully I will be making a video with that soon. Bye guys!
your life searching for more. Afraid to leave, afraid to show. Fight to leave, fight to leave, fight to show. Sometimes find yourself knowing no. Lost and looking for a soul. Grabbing for what you can hold. Sometimes realize there's nowhere to go. 'Cause the thing we're searching for is just waiting back home. And you've done your walking, probably enough for two. Oh, often you've had it rough, but you also had your cup filled up. And we both know every time you come around, every time you return, you see it in your tired eyes that you still have more to go.
Let me tell you something, Tracy. It can't be anything like love, can it?
No, it mustn't be. It can't.
Would it be inconvenient?
Terribly. Anyway, I know it isn't. Oh, my, we're out of our minds.
Right in your
Music.
It does, doesn't it? Tracy, you're so...
But my instincts are melting away. What is it? Have I got feet of clay or something? It's not under the pool. It's just over the lawn and in the birch grove. It'll be lovely now.
Tracy, you're tremendous.
Put me in your
Oh, sometimes find yourself knowing no. Lost and looking for your soul. Grabbing for what you can hold. Sometimes realize there's nowhere to go. 'Cause the thing you're searching for you've been alone. Oh, where do you go? In your head when in the real world is snow. Oh, I know how you hate the cold. Spend your life searching for more. Afraid to leave, afraid to show. Afraid to leave, afraid to leave, afraid to show. Sometimes find yourself knowing no. Lost and looking for a soul. Grabbing for what you can hold. Sometimes realize there's nowhere to go. Cause the thing we're searching for is just waiting back home. And you've done your walking, probably enough for two. Oh, often you've had it rough, but you also had your cup filled up. And we both know every time you come around, every time you return, you see it in your tired eyes that you still have more to go.
Let me tell you something, Teresa. It can't be anything like love, can it?
No, it mustn't be. It can't.
Would it be inconvenient?
Terribly. Anyway, I know it isn't. Oh, my, we're out of our minds.
Right into our hearts.
That music.
It does, doesn't it? Teresa, you're so...
My insteps are melting away. What is it, if I got feet of clay or something? It's not under the pool, it's just over the lawn and in the birch grove. It'll be lovely now.
Teresa, you're tremendous.
Put me